first. It's still okay. I like the spontaneity of watercolor, and especially when we're doing watercolor with high contrast colors. It was much more subtle, then I might go back and change a lot more, but I don't need to. Why am I doing eyebrows and sideburns when I'm supposed to be doing eyes? Because they're all connected. Your eyes, your eyebrows, and the hair on the side of your face all work together to create that sort of central part. Now, if you just do one without dealing with the others, you will have an expressionless face, or they may not mesh with each other. Cat, go down. Ugh. So, what I'm doing is I'm treating all of this area as one part. And I have an idea of what kind of personality he has now. So, now that that's set up, I can really start thinking about how I want him to look. Red hair. He's going to have black eyes. Okay. And since his brow is down, he's looking up. So his eyes have to be on this upper side. I already have some black there, and I don't have black over there, but I'm going to put some in there. Now, framing. I am not going to use the white of the paper for the whites of the eyes. Instead, what I'll do afterwards is I will go in with some gouache, or actually what I've been using lately is acrylic paint. A lot of you don't know this. Some people do. I don't know, whatever. Some people know it, some people don't. But you can mix acrylic and watercolor. They actually mix quite well. And when you use acrylic paint, it becomes opaque. And the watercolor, you can color it for whatever color you want. But it's kind of like turning the watercolor into a gouache. And if you don't know, gouache is an opaque watercolor. Okay, so the eyes are a little bit off, but it's not going to matter too much because I'm thinking, actually, the more I see this, I need to dry brush some more dark on this side. Okay. And remember I said I was not going to do white of the paper for the eyes, so I'm going to go in with a light blue. This one's glowing, that is not. I'm actually okay with that. Actually, I liked it better before, to where this one was much darker, but that's okay. Whatever. I put in whatever I want. It's my painting. Okay. We're going to let that dry for a little bit while I continue with this. Now his hair needs to go on fire. So I'm going to go over here and wet this part of the page. And just go boom, 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 boom. I did not get my, I did not get the hairdryer out, by the way. And I'm going to control where these go by doing this. Remember, I like this. I like letting watercolors do what they want to do. So if I pull the water down in this direction, the hair will also pull in that direction. And if I can turn it like completely down here, and you'll see it's just following the water. Now this has some really nice effects when you use it in landscape paintings and also in like in larger watercolors when you're doing a full body and you want some motion in there. A lot of the computer programs, if you do digital art, your computer programs will do this automatically for you. But one thing that watercolor does over those is that it will give you like a real watercolor edge, and you'll see the underpainting a lot better. Okay, so his hair is going to come down a little bit. I need to add some blue to give it depth. And adding blue will turn it into brown. So I'm cool with that. And the next thing we're going to do is pull it down into his eyebrows while this is still draining. Okay, we're good there. Now, detailing. Oh, white. Watercolors, when I put them on my palette that I have here, if this dries completely, I can use it again. I'm going to use all of these again. I just get them wet. Watercolors last forever. It's not, I can use the same palette. In fact, I have other, I have a lot of other palettes, and all of them are, they have their own, you know, color set to them. So, and I just let them dry. I let them dry, and then next time I want one, I pull it off the shelf and I use it. Acrylic, on the other hand, does not do the same thing. So when you're using acrylic, you need to just take out only what you need, and then, you know, next time. So what I use are these little plastic bags, which you get something in it, comes in a plastic bag. Usually people throw these away. You know, this is like, I think, what did I get in here? Maybe some stickers or something, right? Just a little plastic bag. I save all of these and I use them for my acrylic palettes. I do it for two reasons. First of all, you see how this is folded here. If I put this in here, all right, I'm going to put a little bit of acrylic paint in there. Woo! Don't need that much. There we go. I have a little bit of acrylic paint in there. If I'm not going to use this right away, I can fold it up, squish it down, and then that will actually stay wet longer so that it won't dry out and turn into just plastic. The other thing is, it's like a mini palette, so I don't have to put this in my watercolors and then have it fall apart. Now, I'm going to use a mixture of watercolor and acrylic for certain parts of his face. And while I'm doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the watercolor into the acrylic. So let me take some of this aside right here. And I'm going to mix this in. So now I have this opaque orange. And this is going to sit on top of whatever I put it on. So I have to be really careful when I use this. Acrylic is not going to have this nice little translucent effect. It's also, if you look, this is a really strange, like straight out of it, it's a really strange color. So I'm going to add some of the blue in there. Okay, so now I have this, it's actually almost like a purple. I know, not like what you guys think of purple, but whatever. Kind of a gray. Okay, and I'm going to throw a little bit of this in here. And you see how it really does sit on top. So if I do a real pink in here, so I got red, oh, I need to take the red off in order to do. If I do a true pink in here, like a bright pink, oh, that's an orange. I'm going to use that orange first. First the orange, and I'm going to put little streaks in here. On this side, right here, dry brush, right here. Okay. Here's the magic of using acrylic with watercolor. If I go in, I can still put watercolor on top of this and tone it all down. So I can actually, there we go. Okay. I have a couple little things I need to do first, and then I'm almost finished with this guy. I did no treatment to his body whatsoever, and I actually am completely remiss in dealing with this side of his neck. That is not the color I wanted, but that's okay, because it's watercolor. And we can always adjust. Watercolor is very forgiving, and it's very satisfying. Like, once you get started in it, it's really feels good. Okay. Two more things I need to do. One, I'm going to put highlights in, so I'm going to go in with my okay, anywhere that the light's going to hit the strongest, I'm going to put a little highlight on there. Okay. Next, I'm going in with black again, and we're mixing the black with some Prussian blue, and I'm going to get this eyeball completely there and there and here. Okay. I have neglected this side of his shadows. There. Now you are no longer neglected. And last thing, my number one irresistible trait in drawing these type of men is there's a cat hair. Imagine that, a cat hair, huh? Okay, couple details. Dook, 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 dook. And, oh, I think he's pretty done. Oh, he looks good anyway. I'm happy. So that is a limited palette, right? I started out with 2 warm, 2 cool, 1 very cool, and a neutral. And I have this, you know, all of these can be mixed from that. You can see I've got mostly warm on this side and cool on this side. I suppose I could go in and fix the eyeballs a little bit. Saying that you're done never means that you're really done. It usually just means that you don't see anything right now that you can do, but then, you know, next day you look at it, you're like, oh my god, this is garbage. What did I do? What was I thinking? Now you can use, we do have available to us white in watercolors, Chinese white there. And you can also see there's like a zinc white, there are all sorts of other whites. You can use those too, and you can use them to mix your watercolors and to make more, more tints. But I like to use just the watercolors themselves and then sort of use the paper for white. See, every time I fiddle with something, I think, oh, I'm done. And then I do it, something else, and I think, shouldn't have done that. Okay, but since it's watercolor, I can fix it. All right. Anyway, but it doesn't really matter. The point is I have to actually stop the video. So, ooh. Eyeballs have shadows too. Okay. We're finished for now. There's my little monster. I can put little horns on him. He's perfect. For a monster anyway. Okay. Pencil. That's not sharpened. Why would I have a pencil that's not sharpened? Good luck. Have fun with 2020, and I hope that it gets better. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like my videos, and I will try to make more. All right?